What is going on, guys? Houndish here, and today I wanted to talk about week 3 of Challenge of the Elders. So this week's Challenge of the Elders modifiers are exposure and trickle. So exposure reduces your shield recovery, and trickle means that your abilities recharge considerably slower than normal. The scoring bonus for the week is for melee kill, so I'm going to go over a few things which may help some of you guys out with Challenge of the Elders this week. So firstly, some things to note are that charged melee kills don't actually matter. So any type of melee kill will count to the score. They don't have to be charged or anything like that. Of course, that would be pretty ridiculous and difficult to do. But also, sword kills don't count as melee kills on the score. So you can't go around killing things with swords and get melee kills for that. So just bear those in mind. But for subclasses, I want to talk about a couple of things that might be useful. So Night Stalker, as always, is good for ad control. Plus you can go in and melee a whole bunch of stuff inside of a tether. So Night Stalker is going to be pretty useful. Another interesting setup for the Hunter would be Gunslinger, and to use Knife Juggler, which will return one knife on a precision kill. And then use Gambler's Dagger, which gives you 2 knives as well. You can kind of keep chaining knife kills as precisions, and they do count as melee kills, so that's pretty good. And then for Warlock, I'm just using a Sunsinger right here with Flame Shield. I found that Flame Shield is pretty useful because you can just get the shield up, go in and kind of melee a bunch of stuff, and you can wait until that shield's ready to kind of tackle certain groups. I did have Claws of Amgara on for additional melee charge, but since Trickle is on, it's not really going to do a hell of a lot. Your recharge will still be super slow. And then Titans, I would just utilize Force Barrier where possible. No backup plans could be pretty interesting. Same as the Warlock, it's more really about having a shield to just keep you in the fight than anything else. But there's just some things that I've kind of thought about. Of course, there's a ton of setups and different things you could try out and use for this. So to talk about the rooms and the bosses, the first room is Kexis, which is the kind of taken Archon boss. And the scoring, of course, is going to be pretty low in room 1, but he spawns Taken Thralls and Vandals, which you can melee kill pretty easily. He has a couple of effects where he summons kind of Taken Blights or bombs which do damage if you're in their radius. He can also suppress you, just like a Titan Suppressor Grenade, which disables your abilities for a short time. Nothing too difficult here. If you have over 5,000 points at the end of this round, it should be fairly easy to get that kind of maximum score. But in the next room, we've got the Seditious Mind, which is one of the bosses we had last week. He also spawns those blights which do damage, kind of crackle and burn effects, so stay out of those, of course. Tether can be pretty useful for easily meleeing a group of ads in this room. Utilizing Flame Shields and Force Barriers is pretty good in here as well, as the boss will do some serious damage with exposure on, and you're pretty exposed to the boss wherever you can see ads in this room overall. But overall, you know, same again, just punch stuff. And then in the final room, we have the Wretched Hive Knight, and he spawns blights or bombs as well. Very similar to the first room. And in this room, you'll also get Hive Wizards, which are best to just kind of be LMG'd down, get them out of the way. Doesn't really matter about getting melee kills on them or anything like that. And as always, just kind of damage the boss enough to spawn reinforcements until your score is high enough. And remember, the punishment for taking too long is pretty low in terms of score reduction, so you don't have to kind of worry about that too much. But that is kind of just a quick guide and kind of breakdown of this week's Challenge of the Elders, some things which may be useful if you do struggle to get any of those scores. But as always, I think it's going to be fairly easy for most players. So if you have enjoyed the video, guys, drop a like and comment down below. Let me know how you found it or any awesome loot you've got this week. And if you're new to the channel, you want to see a lot more Destiny content, then feel free to hit that subscribe button for a lot more. But for now, have an awesome week. I'll catch you very soon.